Well, this is Steve Ridgel, and from where we live on our ranch into town in Abilene, it takes us about 30 minutes, and we travel most of that on Highway 36 between 283, the Baird Coleman Highway, and the Abilene Airport. And that's the most dangerous road in Texas. It has to be. Almost every day I see wrecks, and we think about that a lot. Everybody tells everybody, be careful driving that road. And I figured out why there's so many wrecks on Highway 36 in that area. There's a clearly posted speed limit. It is 75. But I notice out of every 10 cars on the road, there are about four that ignore that speed limit. And here's what they do. About two of them, old farmers or somebody pulling a cattle trailer, it may be me someday, but they believe that they're supposed to go 55 or 60. They know the speed limit is 75, but it's just wrong. It it was the people that made the speed limit weren't clear enough. They didn't know best, and they know 55 or 60 is the right speed to drive on that. Now, I don't mind if they pull over and let you pass, but there's always some that just stay right there on the road. And so you're driving along, and all of a sudden the highway can't do what it's designed to do. It can't move traffic because everybody's stacked up 5, 10, 15, 20 cars in a line. Very frustrating. Now, the other two cars out of that don't do the speed limit think that 75 is too restricted. That clearly that road's intended to be driven at 85 or 90, and they do. And they believe that they know better than the people that designed the traffic flow in that highway. And so they're always racing up behind people, passing two or three cars at a time, passing on a blind hill, weaving in and out, incredibly dangerous. They're the ones that cause a lot of wrecks. And so you've got one group that ignores the speed limit to cause wrecks. Another group ignores the speed limit and keeps the highway from being what it could be. And it makes me think about Jesus and churches. You know, the Bible's really pretty clear about a lot of things. It is. But there's always a few people who read their Bible and say, you know, God wasn't strict. God didn't really get this. I mean, God didn't say this, but he should have said this. He meant this. And they're like a car going 55 and a 75. They bog the church down. They're so busy explaining why, even though it's not exactly what it says, this is what it should mean. And their way's the only way. I mean, there are no options. So they are just like that car, stays right in the road and drives what they think's right. They're going to hang on to it. And so they really keep the church from being effective. The church can't reach people. The church can't help people grow. The church is stuck. And that's a really bad thing to do. But now I also know churches that say, yeah, I know the Bible's clear about this, but it didn't really mean it. That doesn't fit our culture. So I can drive 90 on this road because I know what's best. I know how the church ought to be. I mean, God didn't really anticipate a church in the 20th century, 21st century being like this. So I've got to do what's best because I know better. And they do a lot of damage. Those churches don't last. They die. They die. They crash and burn. And so for everybody that drives on Highway 36 and you're scared to death and trying to hang in there, I'm with you all the way because I drive it scared all the time. The guy going 90 up behind me and the guy going 60 in front of me. And neither one of them are doing what the road's designed to be driven 75, just like God designed us. And he does know best. So maybe that's a lesson worth thinking about for our churches. This is Steve Ridgel saying, be safe out there.